Check 1 2. Check check. Check 2 3. Joe check. Mike check. Dog check. Check check. You home in Bethany? Check check. Hope you're doing well today. It is a good and frosty day to be doing well. There's a cold north wind, cold front blowing into Oklahoma City right now, and so glad I got my cold frames put up inside my windows. And not just the cold frames, but steadily added to those with some 3-inch wide foam, which is just some utility foam I saw at a home improvement store. And just the other day, I received a shipment from Amazon of acoustic foam squares. They're 1 foot by 1 foot squares, 1 inch thick, and they're ridged. And so what I do is along the windowsill, I set them up so that they interlock frontward, backward, and so forth, all the way across the window at the bottom. And it's just 1 foot high, so it doesn't cover the entire window, but it covers the bottom where so much of the cold air, seeps in. You put what do they call them, the draft dogs or whatever, draft blankets across the windowsills and stuff. Well, these are taking the place of that and doing, I think, a very efficient job of it, much more efficient, in fact. So I'm very happy with that. Of course, I got the attic insulation put in. And other than that, what am I doing, man? Looks like the diamond. Oh, we were going to make, let's see if I can remember how to Minecraft here. We were going to make, find some lava. We did find lava. And we made, wait a minute. There it is, obsidian. Okay, we made some obsidian. Actually, sapling, I want you in the wood. Gradually trying to remember what all I've done here. Yeah, hope you're doing well, very well. I have accomplished a lot. I have not recorded in a little while, but in that interim, I have accomplished a lot with the house. A lot. I'll try to talk a little bit about it. It's a lot to talk about. A ferric core. What did I want to do with that? One thing is I could make a fuel cell, right? Could indeed make a fuel cell. Let's grab a bit of, might as well just make up some copper while we're out and about. All right, let me put this here. Ferrocore. Got this nice sword. I know the ferrocore implements will be really super good, especially the bow. Especially the bow. How do I make the ferrocore bow? Okay. Let's go ahead and do that. I think I've got the cobweb, the web for it. Oh yeah. The ferrocore bow right there. There we go. Okay. Oh, where do I want this? And I don't yet have... I need more ender pearls for the elevators. I did some very... I did some plumbing. I replaced a... in my shower... Let's go somewhere... Mad. To Mad? No, I don't want to go to Mad. Let's go... Creo? Creo. I like Creo. Yeah, let's do it at Creo. Actually, if I do it here, villagers might wander into it, right? I think this is far enough away, actually. Now I'm starting to wonder, though. I'm second guessing. And I did not bring, or did I? I did. I have it right here. Oh. Let's go to the nether. Nether wastes. Here we go. My goodness, where in... Whoa! Yikesies. One wrong step for mankind. That's one. Thank goodness it went that way. That's one small step for a man. One wrong step for mankind. My shower in the master bedroom, the shower had a leak and it was mineralized, and it did not open or close, did not open fully. I'm not sure it was closing fully either. I found it was an old Union brass. I'm sure it's okay, I was prepared for that. I'm sure it's original. Okay. Oop. There we go. And I found a, I think it's called Danco is the company that makes the replacement, a Danco replacement. And it looks identical, pretty much identical, and seems to work fine. And I did that all by myself. I replaced the valve stem, so I got all the way down to the copper pipe and replaced the valve stem. That's what was scary. Not the handle. The handle, I've done those before. It was the valve stem that I don't have a lot of experience with. Perhaps none. Perhaps I have none experience with it. Got it replaced, and knock on wood, everything seems to be running just fine. Like I told my sister, I keep waiting for the shoe to drop. She said, maybe the shoe never drops. And I was like, what if the shoe never drops? All this tension I've been carrying for so long. What if the shoe just never drops? You know? Whew, what a great release from tension that would be. Or it has been. It has been, yeah. Not sure I want to grab it. Not sure I'm going to do anything with it. Mystical agriculture, but I'm not sure I'm not. Seems like a very tedious way to get to what we need and want in this mod pack. I know in some it might be the most expedient, but I should probably not wander too far from the portal, he says, as he wanders too far from the portal. That was probably the biggest thing I've gotten done of late. A lot of what I've been doing is, you might just think of it as kind of fiddling around, kind of doing a bit of this and a bit of that, you know. Is that all I got of that? Well, let's see if we get some more of it. The red stuff. Well, let's see. Where are you? There you are. I don't know what that sound is. A lot of what I've done too is simply getting out of the house and going places. I emailed my local astronomy club to tell them I had moved and I couldn't find a way to update my address with them. And they took care of it. The club membership person took care of that for me and said, by the way, you coming to the Christmas party tonight? And I was like, I honestly hadn't even been I was aware of it. It's not like they didn't tell me about it, but it's been so far on the back pages, you know, that I just haven't thought about it. Well, I did go to the Christmas party and had a good time. They ordered in brisket and oh my goodness, it's been a while since I had such delicious brisket. Delicious, man. They told me how much they paid for it and my jaw dropped. I was like, whoa. But just excellent work by the club. Enjoyed gathering and seeing some people I haven't seen in a while, and just had a good sense of how to say it, a good sense of finally I can start doing these kind of things again. Almost like nothing was stopping me before, but I live a lot closer to where they meet now. It's, instead of being the better part of an hour to get there, it's 20 minutes, 25 minutes, maybe. So it's closer, and I don't know, I just had a blast. A blast, that's overstating it. That's overselling it. Had a very nice, lovely time. They drew my name for a door prize, and I got I think we did what's called Dirty Santa, where if you get something, but somebody else has something better, or instead of getting something, you can take what somebody else got. So I've never played that before, so I played it, practiced it, and got somebody else's stuff. It was a 10mm eyepiece, and never played that. I didn't even know it was called Dirty Santa until I was talking about it with family later. I guess that's what it's called. Anyway, I had a good time, and it was potluck. Everybody had to bring a dish, side dish or dessert, and I was going to go by the grocery store and pick something up, But I got to looking back through my cabinet, and I had some lentils that I've been planning to cook. And I thought, well, why not just share the lentils with everybody? Maybe there'll be somebody who's vegetarian or vegan and prefers lentils over, brisket, over meat, you know. So yeah, so I did that. I cooked up the lentils, and they came out really good. I, I think I've always been overcooking them. This time I read the directions. They used to be, when I make them, they'd be mush, you know, almost like split pea soup. But this time they came out really nice looking, really good looking, and didn't have a lot of taste to them. But then, you know, they don't need a lot of taste. I didn't want to over season them. Don't want to waste my. Hey, I got him. Take aim. Shaders reloaded. I don't know how I did that. I do, so fine. Did I actually? I must have hit one of y'all. I'm sorry, man. Totally sorry. And you totally don't care, do you? Yeah, get out of here. Don't push me in the lava room. Oh, how many of you are there? Ow. I bet you can't do this. Oof. But you can't follow me here. We got a stash here. What else did I do socially? My landlords of the past 6 years came by to see the house, and I had invited them to come on over, and they came to see the house, and they brought me, those sweet people brought me some goodies. They brought me what do you call it? Blue and gold sausage. And I thought that was really awesome. I'm trying to do this and think at the same time, and oops, realizing I don't have nearly as much space. Oh, I guess I do. I guess I have plenty of space. Nether quartz. We're going to use up some of that, making quartz enriched iron. We need more iron. That's what we need. Oh yeah, we need more iron. Oh yeah, more iron. Why do I have water buckets down here? I do not remember. Why did you potion arrow missing upgrade? I feel like it was I feel like it was doing the potion arrows somehow. Let's go find, where could we find iron? Where could we find iron? I want to get away from this black ice place. It's Morm. Morm is in the Weeping Witch Forest. The Weeping. I feel like we ought to go back and take care of business at Creo. Yeah. Yeah, I kind of figure out we're gonna. Whoa. Oh wow. Spirits. Let's see. Ores. Oh, let's do we've got this. Melee damage, as I used to say, melee. Oh, running, and that's it. Okay. All right. Look for. Try to avoid quicksand too. Yeah, they came over. They brought me a Christmas ornament as well. I do not yet have a Christmas tree up. But mostly we just had a good long. They spent about an hour with me as I toured them around the house and told them some of the stories of the house. Didn't have near enough time to tell them all the stories of the house, but got to show them some of the things. They said I'd made. They said I'd made a lot of progress in, the short time I've been here, and I kind of don't feel like that, but that was good to hear from them. Very good to hear. Today, my family came up and we went to it's called the Lakeview Market. It's a sort of a farmer's market / petting zoo / whatever. Just on the other side of the lake from me. And it's the place I went to about not even a week ago and thought, oh man, my grandson would like this place because there's chickens and there's goats. And there's chickens, there's goats, there's, I guess I'm looking for iron here. There is pigs, there's horses, miniature horses, a donkey, what was it? There was a guinea. And we kind of looked at each other and said, what do guineas do? Do you eat the eggs? And I was like, I don't know. Do you eat their meat? I've never heard of anybody eating guinea meat. I don't know what you use guineas for. And I was like, maybe they just protect the chickens. I don't know. Down in Georgia, there was people who had, oh, look at that. Is this a known village? I don't know. I think this is a new one. In Georgia, there were folks who had guineas. Yeah, basically just let them run out in the yard, They'd occasionally wind up at neighbors or whatever, and somebody would call somebody or drive over to say somebody, there's, the guineas showed up in my yard, neighborly stuff like that. But I don't know, honestly don't know what they're for. What people have them for. Another infinite ham, some bread, arcane essence. Oh, take that. Picked something up. What was it? Raw beef? What's going on? Cows must be stuck in some cactus back here. We had a good couple hours there at the place, the market. They sell, you can buy food to feed the animals. And, it's set up to, they're not losing money on their operation, but at the same time, you could do a lot of stuff. Walking around was free. Walking around and seeing the animals. So, like for us, we just wanted my grandson to have a chance to see the things and sort of spend time together and have a bit of adventure and talk. So we did, and it's a very good day. And I missed the kid. Came time for them to leave, and I was like, I didn't say this, but I was like, oh, wish they could stay. Wish he could stay. Wish my grandson could stay with me. He's at the age where he's getting potty trained, and he did a great job today. It's pretty much as soon as he came over to my house, he went potty, and he did it properly. He did good. It's a silly thing to say, but big things for a 2-year-old. That's big stuff. So I'm proud of him. He did well. Do you guys not have a teleporter? There's got to be a teleporter. I don't see one. You might not. Oh, I think it was obliterated by this, these towers. Your village was partly obliterated. I bet there was a teleporter in there at one time. Somewhere in here, I bet there was a teleporter, and it's probably gone. A waystone. That's the proper term for a waystone. Well, it is very cold right now, and like I said, a cold north wind coming in. And I'm so glad I've gotten the house at least somewhat winterized. Maybe not completely, but better than it was. Gotta say, it's better. I mean, it was hardly winterized at all. I'd say it was completely unwinterized earlier, but now we got some things in our favor here. Oh, maybe that was quicksand that we heard the cow in. We'll need clay at some point, won't we? I think we will. Okay, I've been on this side. About down here. Campfire. Oh, we're on the... What? I tried to say we're on the bottom, but I don't even know what that was. Oy. Let's put our sleeping bag down, though. Went to an antique mall and just spent time walking around, spaced out. Made several trips to the hardware store. I called around to see who could do air duct cleaning, and the third person I called was purely an HVAC guy, one-man HVAC show, but he gave me the name of some people he recommended, and I called them, and their price they sounded fine, you know. Who knows? I scheduled them for next month, which was the soonest they could do it, and their price I was quoted was um, manageable, not cheap, manageable, and less than some of the horror stories I've heard. So that was good. I mean, that was a big relief. Talking about the other shoe not dropping, that was just a huge relief, you know, to have that scheduled. To have it scheduled and not be a fortune, you know, not be. I really think a lot of companies have set up a forager. What are you? Mushroom. Oh, you're the mushroom guy. Okay. Companies have really set themselves up to sell only to the wealthy. And if the poorers want to pay their prices, that's fine. They'll service the poorers, but really they're pricing for the wealthy. That's how it seems to me. This particular company did not seem quite to be that out of range. Whoa. Oh, the mini cactus. Machinist. You will sell me an engineer's hammer. Okay, hold up, dude. I will buy. I'll take that trade. Hammer. I still don't see a. Dude, you are having a. Here, let's get that out of the way. What in the world is that? Who lives here? Or is this a partially... Maybe this is one of those buildings that's... I don't know what this is. You do not have a waystone around here, do you? Alright, we'll deal with it. I opened up my fireplace, and for the first time since I've been here, I decided it was time to face the facts of my fireplace, and it also was not terrible. Where is that? There it is, quicksand. Okay. But the flue was wide open. I thought the flue had been closed, so I got that closed. And because it was wide open, it seems to be, there it is. Aha. It's underneath here. Fantastic. It's here, but it's underneath. Morsel marred. All right, morsel marred. Let's get back to the Black Ice Lighthouse. Drop off some stuff. It's not, the fireplace was full of logs. Like somebody just put logs on top. Why? I don't know. I don't know why. I don't know why. But it's like somebody wanted the house to look nice, right? Fireplace nice. And so the fireplace was full of completely unburned logs. How probably dry as they can be, you know. So I took them out, stacked them outside for the time being, and I don't know what I'm going to do with them. but I just stacked them outside for now. Let's put that there and that. Okay, where is our stuff? Good. And let me put this away. I still, I need to get a chimney cap on top of the fireplace, on top of the chimney. So that's a project. The thing is, I need to get up there to measure the size of my chimney flue, because I don't even know how big it is. So I don't know how big of a chimney cap to order. So I've got to climb up there, measure it just to order. It's going to involve 2 ladders, a ladder to the roof and then a ladder from the roof to the top of the chimney, because it is very, very tall. And I don't like the idea of putting a ladder on my roof, but I'm going to have to, I guess, because I can't get to it from the ground. Also did some moving and rearranging in the living room and in the bedrooms. We're still looking for more iron, and there's iron right up there. I'm going to go grab that iron. We need iron. Well, I did not find any iron either, did I? Can I get up on the top? Oh man, oh no. I don't know if I can. While I was at, one of the times I was at Ace Hardware, I heard the song Christmas Wrapping by the Waitresses. It's a 1981 song. I've heard it before, but when I heard it at Ace, it just, you know how a song will sometimes, at some point it will just hit right. It hits different. Well, at Ace, that song hit right. And I've been, I didn't even know the name of it or the lyrics, but I have been on the Waitresses Christmas Wrapping kick. Play the song on repeat over and over. Oops. For ever since then. That's my designated Christmas song of the season, Christmas Wrapping. A cute song. And it's a double entendre. It's rapping, like rapid fire talking kind of rapping. But it's also Christmas wrapping paper, right? So it's very cute, very well constructed song. Great rhythm section, nice chorus. I love the song. Well written. Definitely an 80s song, but still, I really, really like it. That's my song of the season. I feel like some of the people at Ace and at Lowe's are getting to know me by sight these days. I still need to make my last 2 endos, my last 2 cold frames for kitchen window and the small bathroom. I haven't done it, but I did put up the acoustic foam tiles in both, and I think that does a lot of the heavy lifting, but I do need to do that still. Whoa! So I came all the way out this side. Well, that got us half a stack of iron. Okay. That's something. Let's look around, see if we can find some more. There's some right there. If I can get back up there now. Yeah, what if the shoe never drops? What if there's not a shoe waiting to drop? What if there is not a shoe waiting to drop? I don't know. I do know that for the first time in ages, I have felt a bit of, if not peace, then a bit of serenity. Um, and it's not just the fatigue, exhaustion that I have felt in the past. It's a sense of I can do things, I'm capable of doing things. There's some, but I don't know how I'm going to get to it. But for now, I'm just chilling, something like that. Let's do one more. Let's do one more day. I've been out walking a few times. 3 times in the last week. I walked down to the lake, and not like not running and not walking a long way, but just trying to get into the habit, a new habit, walking, and so that was good. That's been a good practice to get back into. My sleep these days is pretty good. I moved into my small bedroom, the smallest bedroom with the comfy sleigh bed, and sleeping very well in that. The big bedroom facing the south side of the house was just too cold for me or something. I just didn't feel comfortable in the big bedroom yet. So I've got things to do to get more comfortable in the big bedroom. Part of it is the new CPAP. Oh, look at that. Wait a minute. Oh, that's the lighthouse. Okay. It's the top of the lighthouse. The new CPAP, the breathing part, the old one I have the nose pillows. The new one is kind of a head thing. It goes around the head. And I took it off because I could not get it adjusted properly. Took it off and went back to the nose pillows on that one, and the nose pillows it doesn't seem to work with that CPAP. I thought the CPAP itself was defective, but now I think it's the fact that I'm trying to mix and match the old one plus the new one, and I think that's causing the problem. At least I'm speculating that that's the issue. So I need to figure out how to get the headgear properly fitted to my head, each time I go to bed. So other than that, I'm sleeping very well in the small bed with just a heating pad for my feet. I don't even need a full heating. In the big bedroom, I've got a electric blanket that I sleep on, or a full length pad that I sleep on, heating pad that I sleep on. It stays on all night. This little foot blanket is just, it cycles off after about 30 minutes or something. And I'm perfectly cozy and comfy over here. The only downside of being in here is that where the computer is that this is the front edge of the house, and people are getting up at 5:30 in the morning around me. And car doors are opening and closing. It's not that people are loud or obnoxious. It's just single pane aluminum windows. You hear everything that's going on outside. So yeah. So the difference is remarkable too. I've got my French door on the back side of the house has double paned glass, and the difference is absolutely astonishing how much that keeps the draft out. Just astonishing. That does so well at keeping out the draft. These old aluminum windows essentially basically are doing nothing. They're just a glass barrier, and that's it. That's it. So I have to figure out what I'm going to do about them. As you remember, I've been a bird dog about keeping those windows, these old single pane aluminum windows. But I gotta figure out how to make it work, how to make it efficient and affordable for me to keep these. Of course, a lot of people just replace their windows completely, and I understand why. I do. I would like to see if I can make these work. I think this is the only time of year they're going to be a real issue. During the warmer months, I don't think these issues will cause nearly as many problems as there are it's the winter months I have to manage through with these windows. That's what I think anyway. I'm guessing that based on what it was like when I moved here, when I was checking the house out back in the summer, and then when I moved here in October. Did not seem to be a big issue back then, even in the heat. So, not sure where I'm going here. Apparently I'm going south. I kind of thought I was headed back north. I saw that ice and the water, but maybe I'm headed back south. Or maybe I've been headed south the whole time. What are we doing on food? What are we doing on skill points? Okay. I'm playing a lot of Skyrim, and I'm in the late stages of this Legacy of the Dragonborn run. I'm up to, my goal is to hit 2,000 items stored in the museum, in the library. And I'm almost there. I think I'm up to 1,994 items, something like that. And I haven't even been to the Throat of the World yet to start the Dragon Quest. I've only done a little bit in the Civil War quest. So those two quests, I have not really done much with those whatsoever. I've very much explored Solstheim, but because I haven't gone up to the Throat of the World, I haven't yet met Mirok, and so I really haven't done anything with that at all. The whole Mirok thing, I haven't met Mirok yet, even though I've been to use the black books a number of times. If you're not a Skyrim nut, I apologize. It's just hashtag Skyrim stuff from a guy who has over a couple thousand hours in Skyrim. I know the game well. I'm very comfortable with it, and I don't know why. I'm not really exactly a completionist, but I'm enjoying the heck out of this completionizing of it. I won't complete it. I don't have the patience to go through all the tediousness of finishing it, the tedium of finishing the game completely, 100%. There are very few games I've 100%ed. Um, have not 100%ed Stardew Valley. I think my son progressed farther in Stardew Valley than I ever have. I'm the guy that starts a game, and if the gameplay loop is really compelling, I will start it, get to a point where I'm comfy, and then I'll restart a new save and just keep on going. Like, I love the early parts of a game where it's kind of like life. We talked about this, where you work so hard just to get comfy and to get a living space around you like, and to get reasonably, uh, what's the word I'm looking for? Well off, not well off, but reasonably, modestly situated. And at that point, that's where I'm like, okay, I'm comfy. I can rest. I lose interest. A lot of people, they lose interest well before that. They want to get to all the great stuff. But me, as soon as I get comfy and cozy, to me, that's my end game. You know, maybe it is in life. I'm in the phase where I'm kind of starting to test that now, because I didn't have to go to the astronomy club Christmas party, but I did, because I feel comfy. I feel like I belong here, sort of. Something like that. I'm where I need to be. Something like that. I don't know, man. I also want to tell you before I sign out, I went to the library, city library, which is just a couple of miles away. It is a fantastic, beautiful library, and it's part of the metropolitan system. So they have access to all the resources of the city. Very excited about it. I checked the book out for the first time in ages, actual book, and I've read a few pages of it. So, oh yeah. I'll see you next time from Minecraft Through the Night. Now get some sleep, will you?